You started your own company from scratch with one partner and now employees, and then you built it, took it public, and then you worked for Yahoo in a large organization and drove a very successful division, and now a business at scale, and you're growing it. So from the management point of view, you've seen a lot of different things, and you had the experience and the time to sort of develop a very special, I think, management style. What would you recommend? How would you describe how you're running SurveyMonkey today, and from that, what would you recommend to the average entrepreneur in terms of how do they manage their team day to day and their company?
I mean, I think everyone finds their own path, but for me, I want to work with people I really like to work with. I want to work with people who are smarter than I am, people who kind of grew up in your culture and in your organization. So,
how many direct reports do you have? You guys guess.
He's jealous. I have 2 direct reports.
2 direct reports.
It's a little.
That's why he can be here.
I have exactly. I have time to do this. I have an executive staff of about 14, 15. But I have one person who's responsible kind of for the business and the finance side, and the other person who's responsible for product engineering. And I work with their direct reports directly, not always with them in the room. But I have 2 really strong people who kind of day-to-day can run their teams and manage the business. And it frees me up to do the things that I think are value added. Sometimes that's solving a problem. Sometimes that's seizing an opportunity. It can vary. And sometimes I can dive in and work with one person on a particular project. So I think of my job is setting the overall strategy and vision for the business, making sure we obviously have the right capital structure in place. And then it's sort of focusing on areas where I can really add value and helping people who work for me to do a better job.
You know, and to close with, you are, you know Silicon Valley better than most. You've been here for a while. And lately you, because of SurveyMonkey and other things, you've been going to some of these emerging markets. How would you, if you have to tell this audience, how has the perception of emerging markets evolved in Silicon Valley and where it is right now? What would you tell them?
I think there's still kind of growing awareness, but I think companies like ours that are sort of this freemium model, which is gaining more acceptance, I think people are thinking about, hey, how do we build a global company from the beginning? I think that's a real sea change. It used to be you built a US company, and then you thought about international markets. And I think you know, more than half our business now is outside the US. We're growing twice as fast internationally as domestically. That's been a big focus for us. And I think it's true for you in any of your markets that if you have the right kind of business, you don't have to just build a local company. That you can build a business that can scale globally because of the power of the internet and because of kind of a lot of the things that have been built over time. We don't have salespeople. Salespeople are things that require you to sort of, you know, hire people in local markets. So if you have a business like that that doesn't require that, you can build a global business. So I think it's going to be more and more important over time.
Great. Thank you very much, Dave, for taking the time and being here with us today.